Hi everybody, it's Sunday and I am back for another chat, check in with you guys if you're interested still through this very long process of mine whilst I train and go through a 20-week process for a comp that I'm doing in September. My very first comp, I'm going in as a fitness competitor in Bendigo and then 2 weeks later in Ballarat. So I'm very excited about my first time doing this and I really love being able to share it with you. Hello to everyone. Hello. Sorry I'm a little bit late with my live feed today. As you can see, it's dark out there. It's nighttime on a Sunday. I've been busy today. I ended up going to the gym even though it is my rest day. I went to the gym and I still did my cardio this morning, but I went to the gym and just caught up with some hamstring workouts that I couldn't fit in yesterday because I was busy getting my hair done. So I cut my workout a little bit short and finished off today. I also went to the gym and when I went to the gym, I threw in a few, I was on the stepper for a little bit too, just feeling a little bit after eating my cheat meal last night. So I feel a bit better now. So anyway, this week I've now got officially 7 weeks to go until my first comp in Bendigo, which will be on, I think, the 15th. I want to say 15th, Saturday the 15th of September. So 7 weeks until that comp and 9 weeks till the Ballarat comp, which is the 30th. It's a Sunday, the 30th of September. Bendigo's with ICN and the Bendigo's PCA and the Ballarat one is ICN. So pretty excited, it's getting closer. I'm just trying to, keep my head in the game. Haven't really got too much. We checked in yesterday with my PT, Troy, at TJ Personal Training. And it was just, everything's going well. He's happy with my progress. My diet isn't changing this week, which is nice. So hopefully I can just cruise along through this week as I've been doing. Which last week I started the 2 days of fat days, so no carb days on Tuesday and Thursday. So I get to do that again this week. So I'm really excited about that. Being able to eat eggs, cottage cheese and tomato omelette for breakfast on Tuesdays and Thursdays again. Then I get to eat through the day 2 lots of chicken breast with butter, like 2 tablespoons of butter on top, melted on top of that chicken with spinach, tomato and cucumber. So I get 2 serves of that through the day, and then at dinner time, hear this, it's so good, I get to have 2 more eggs with 2 rashers of bacon and half an avocado for dinner. Oh my goodness. It is amazing because I've been living off this rice and chicken breast and mince and kangaroo for many months now. So having 2 days a week where I get to have all that yummy fat is very, very exciting for me. So I guess the idea of that is to, from what I've said, you can tell there's no carbs in that. It's all just fat and protein. So for that day on the Tuesday, I start to, decrease glycogen storage right down. Then back on Wednesday to my normal carb diet with rice and sweet potato, protein, and basically not very much fat at all, almost none. But then I go to a Thursday and do another fat day again where I have 0 carbs and the bacon and all the yummy stuff again. So another day of not having any glycogen storage. So I think the idea of that is to make my body start to metabolize the fat stores that I have in order to sort of get ready for this comp. So fingers crossed it's going to work and it's going to keep going down this track, because it's so good to just have those 2 days in a week with a little bit different food. Not going to lie. Oh, thanks, Simon Hannah. Very nice pictures of bacon, chicken, cheese and egg. Thank you very much. Now I'm hungry. So I think it definitely did something to my body. I noticed, particularly on the Thursday. The Tuesday I had it, no worries, it was fine. Enjoyed all the food, a big change. Then going back on Wednesday to my normal diet. But Thursday I struggled a lot with not having any carbs. I had a big day at work, but I think because I'd only had that 1 day of carb in between, my body really started to notice how little it had of carbohydrates to metabolize. So by the time I woke up on Friday after that second day on fat, oh my God, I have never been that hungry. Like, I can't even remember the last time I have been that hungry. I woke up starving on the Friday. I had to quickly go and do my cardio, have my fat burner, oxystrobin, L-carnitine, sorry. Then I had to wolf down my porridge. I was starving, that I still needed to eat my potatoes straight after as a chaser. I was that hungry. So by the time I got to the gym, I'd had a fair bit of food and I started to feel a bit better. But yeah, it was really, I was still quite exhausted, I think, from that lack of carbohydrate intake on the Tuesday and Thursday. So I really feel like it was doing something to my body. So there's a lot to be said for this keto diet that a lot of people are doing 100% of the time during comp prep. I'm happy to keep my carbs in my diet though. I think it's nice to have those on board, but I definitely enjoy the fat intake on those 2 days. So yay for another week of doing that, and hopefully I can do it for another week. That'd be really good, but we will see, I guess, during next check-in. We'll see what Troy says next Saturday. So that was pretty good. It was something different to do this week. I've been working again really hard to get through everything in my training on every day. So I think occasionally I haven't had the time, so I'll catch up the next day with what I hadn't done the day before. But this week I tended to be getting through it all, plus being able to chuck in a few extra sessions on the Stairmaster just to burn some calories and really start, pushing myself to my limits at the end of my training session. Just it's a good way to finish off with a little bit of cardio right at the end, just to make sure I've used up every last drop of energy that I have for the day. Hi Nick. Hello everyone else. Thanks for joining. As you can see, I got my hair done yesterday by Jordan Hairdressing. She works in Ballarat at Rebelicious, and she does an amazing job with any colour, but particularly blonde. She uses Olaplex, so it's such a beautiful, and Kevin Murphy products, my favourite. It's such, Olaplex, so amazing, particularly if you're like me and you have on-scalp bleach, because it just keeps your hair so beautiful and healthy. So yeah, I was very, very excited to see Jordan yesterday and catch up with her. I've got another appointment booked, which will be for the first comp, so that's pretty exciting. The next time I see Jordan will be comp time, so I'll be all tanned up, and yeah, it's excited to get on stage hopefully by that time, and happy with how far I've come. What else has been happening? I think just really trying to squeeze in as much time at the gym and trying to get through work, trying to be a mum, trying to get housework done, all of that. It's still the same as every other week. I'm getting a little bit more tired. I can tell the process is sort of at that stage where some days I'm at the gym, and I haven't really ever experienced this because I love being at the gym. It's my happy place. It's where I like to go to let off steam, just to shut down, you know, whatever's been going on in the day. I can really stop thinking about it because I'm focusing on what I'm doing at the gym. So it helps me switch off from all the rubbish that's been going on that day. So I rarely have any issues at the gym. I always enjoy my time there. But I have noticed in this last week, maybe to do with the lack of carbs on those couple of days, like, because you do notice like every single change is a big change for someone who's in comp prep. We're sort of become more of a control freak than ever before. It's like, you know, when you're having a cheat meal or any meal or anything that you're looking forward to doing or having, if anything gets in the way of that, it's kind of hard to deal with because you're so, like, I don't know, it's so regimented. The process is so rigid as well. So, you know, and any tiny thing can throw you out from feeling good because you're exhausted and you're sore, and, you know, it's sort of a juggling act to make sure everything's run smoothly. Are you getting enough fuel in before you're going to the gym? And, you know, will you get time to eat before, I don't know, doing whatever it is you need to do? It's constant struggle to try and schedule it all perfectly so that everything runs smoothly, because when you're slightly hungry all the time, like I have been, you know, slightly hungry all the time, you sort of have a shorter fuse and things can get to you a little bit more than they normally would. And I think it's really important to recognize, say if you're feeling a bit grumpy and a bit edgy, to recognize that you are and understand and tell people, you know, that you're spending time with, that, you know, this, I'm not thinking straight, or I'm just feeling a bit hungry and tired and grumpy. I'm sorry, I'm snappy. You know, it just helps to have that conversation with people so that they can remember the process you're going through. And I think it makes you aware of your behavior too. So I've started to sort of notice a little bit, like I haven't really done anything, but just in my mind, I've started to notice feeling a little bit less patient about a few things. And but then as soon as I remember that it's just that I'm hungry, or it's just, you know, exhausted, it's okay again, because it, you know, puts everything into perspective and helps that way. Another thing about the 2 fat days where you have no carbs, because you do get to that point where you're really, really hungry. If you can't eat when you need to eat, when you're that hungry, like it can be a bit of an issue, and that sort of grumpiness can really come out. So ideally this week, I'm going to be making sure that I've done all my gym before I go to work, so that I can go to the gym, have had breakfast, go to the gym, go to work, eat all my food up until the end of my shift, and be able to go straight home to cook up my bacon, eggs, and avocado, because there was a time last week where I couldn't do that. I had to go to the gym after work and then go home and then eat. And by the time I did that, it was nearly like 8 o'clock. So, and it made it very hard to focus during my training. I was really, really tired. I was not into it. And I felt like I wasted sort of a training session because of that poor planning. Could have gone a lot better. But anyway, you learn from these things. It was my first sort of go at doing that sort of a diet. So this week I'm going to make sure, especially on those fat days, that I can go to the gym before work and go straight home for dinner, so I don't have to worry about anything else. At the end of the day, I don't have to have anyone or anything get in the way of me eating. So hi Hurricane Gymwear, I can see you've joined. Hello there. Yeah, so that was another thing I've noticed, is feeling a little bit more on edge than normal. And thank you very much, Sirus 9172. Yeah, so that's sort of been the main issue for me this week, I think. Sheer exhaustion from working really, really hard, not having quite as much food as I would like to have, and probably not planning as well as I could have planned for those carb-free days. So this week I hope it runs a bit smoother than it did last week. That's sort of my plan. Just to focus on that. Try and get a lot of sleep too. As I mentioned last week, I've been exhausted because I get up super early. You know, I have 2 sons, and I like to get a lot of stuff done before they get up so that I can be with them before they go to school or wherever. So it does cut into my sleep time a little bit. I think working out in the afternoon after work is a little bit of an issue too. I do have pre-workout, but by the time I'm finished my gym session, I'm pretty sure I have utilized all of that during my training. But by the time I get home from training, you know, after exercising it, you're sort of pepped up a little bit, awake, not really ready for bed, and it's hard to settle down. When you've just gotten back from the gym at, say, 8 o'clock at night, it's hard to settle down, and it takes me a few hours, you know, by the time I get everything sorted, kids to bed. It's sort of not ideal to go to the gym after work for me at the moment during this process. So the girls, we all caught up. A few of us were away this Saturday, so we didn't get to see everyone in our check-in with our trainer, Troy Jones. Jeffries Jason, yes. So, I'm not sure what that means, sorry, whoever said that. This week, I'm saying a lot again, and I said I wouldn't do that, so I'm going to try really hard not to. This week, I'm going to try to be more scheduled, more in control, more just a smoother week for me. The girls, I just did it again. The girls were really good. The ones that I did get to see on Saturday with Troy, everyone's looking great. Really, I reckon we could all just get a tan and we'd be, you know, doing all right on stage if we were to do that right now. So, I'm pretty proud of all of them. It's been really hard. We've all had our personal struggles. All the girls have had issues. We all sit and have conversations. We're all in different levels. Some are in bikini, some in sports, some in fitness. And then we have boys as well in our group. And we're all going through our own journeys, our own different journeys. We're all on our specialized diet that's personalized for each and every one of us. We're not all doing the same exact thing, like we are doing what we need to do for our bodies. So it's not exactly the same journey, because genetically I might struggle with one thing, but someone else will struggle with something different. So it is a different process for each and every one of us. But I will say, in general, every one of us have been facing some things. I mean, it's a 20-week process. You're going to be having some ups and downs in that 5 months. It'd be a bit optimistic to assume that you're not going to have any life issues get in the way in a whole 5 months. So it's been really good to have those girls around me, and to be around them, and and the guys too, to be around each other, supporting each other, and just being able to be a sounding board, you know, for anything and everything, everyday life, little hiccups, little hurdles that we face. It's just been so good to, you know, chat to them. And every day at the gym, there's always a few of us there at a time. So you can almost guarantee that if you've had a bad day, I can come to the gym and I'll see Mel there working, or I'll see Beck, or I'll see Erin. Troy will be there. I swear that man sleeps at the gym. But either way, someone will be there and we can have a little chat. And I've found that, you know, things that I've been experiencing, I'll just mention it, and it's sort of, they've also had the same issues or the same observations, and it's sort of kept me sane, being able to share that similar, you know, experience with a few other people. So I really, you know, thank you girls, and thank you Troy, and thank you D2E Gym, for being a second home, a second family for me. It's just been a great experience thus far. I know it's about to get real with this last 7 weeks, and I'm a little bit scared of that, but I'm also excited. I really want to push myself, psychologically. Physically, I feel like I am already there. I'm already peaking. At some days, it's so hard. And I know I've got to keep pushing in that sense, but I know psychologically it's going to get harder. And so I just want to say now, in case I forget with my comp brain, thank you for being there for me. And yeah, I hopefully don't get too grumpy. Because I swear I'm walking around like a zombie in that gym occasionally. And, you know, I could know you and walk straight past you, not even bat an eyelid, but I swear it's not being rude. I'm just out of, you know, just out of it, or in the zone needing to get it done so I can go and do whatever I need to do. So apologies in advance for that. But yeah, I just want to say, like, I guess I've had a lot of time. I've been not going to a lot of social events that I would normally attend. I do love to do that. Normally I'm a social girl. I love to go and just be with my friends and join in. But obviously I haven't been able to do that very much. Last night I got to go out for dinner. I had lots of yummy fresh seafood, and I had rice and some beautiful foods at Moon and Mountain here in Ballarat. And it was a banquet, so just really quality food last night for my cheat meal. It was a very exciting time for me, but I got to actually spend it with a few girlfriends I work with, and I haven't been able to have much time with out of work for a long while, particularly I guess in this last month or so I've been missing out. So it's been a bit hard. I guess, you know, it's given me a lot of time to think about why I'm doing this, and, you know, what's important to me and who, because you have such a small amount of time in your day to be spending, you know, as free time. It sort of makes you really assess what in your life, what is important. And obviously I'm a mum, so my kids come first. So I can't let anything get in the way of that. Hey, Philippa. Phil's my best friend. We've been friends since I was, I think, 16. I'm pretty sure I was 16. I'm now 35, so it was a damn long time ago. So yeah, another friend that I only just got to catch up with a few weeks ago. It goes, you know, months go by before I can see Philippa. But, you know, that's just the way it is. But yeah, this process, I guess, has really made me sit down and think about what's important in life. And hello, beautiful. I miss you. What's important in life, my kids, my friends, the ones that have stuck by me, and of course my new friends that you know, have come along for the ride as well, and obviously the girls that I'm going through this with mean a lot to me. And I think it's been a good process to really hone in on what and who I need to spend time with, and time on, I guess, in this life. As you all may or may not know, I am a single mum, and it was last year that I became a single mum. And so it has been a whirlwind this past 12 months. And luckily I went and joined the gym, the D2E gym, which is friggin' awesome, by the way. I love it there. Such an amazing gym, guys. It's cool. It's just so cool. Like, cool music, cool staff, cool equipment. It's massive. Just the standard there. So many people do comps as well. So you've got the standard is, I guess you sort of become part of that standard. I never would have ever dreamt of doing a comp. Like, this is not, I used to lift weights, you know, on and off throughout over the years, but I never would have dreamt of doing a comp. It's only that I went to D2E back in, I think, November, decided to join, wanted to start lifting again because I guess, you know, running just wasn't doing it for me, and I knew how good I felt when I was lifting weights. So I went back, joined, and just, I guess, felt so at home there. And so I guess it's such a positive environment to be a part of. And as I said, so many people that do comps there. A lot of people don't get me wrong, but there are a lot of people that do, and they're all up, their pictures are up on the walls so you can see all the people there, all of the goals that they've achieved, you know, just motivates you. All local people, all just normal people doing this. And it really, I guess, surrounding myself with these people that had achieved so many wonderful things, made it the norm for me. So that's why I thought, you know, why not give it a go? When the opportunity arose, I took that opportunity. It was just on a whim that I decided to go through this process. So I just guess what I'm trying to say is it was just so lucky that I ended up going to the gym, because I, you know, had been through a rough year, and now I've got something to focus on, and it's been so good for my mental health. Obviously, physically, amazing for anyone to do. I recommend it for anyone and everyone. But yeah, it's really changed my life, I guess. And this is just my first comp. I don't know how well I'm going to do. I have no idea what I'm doing. I've got a great team around me to help me learn to do it well, and hopefully I will do them proud. And that includes Troy, my trainer, obviously. It includes Donna Atkins at the posing coach. She's also 10 out of 10 in comp tans. She's actually training me to do my posing, and she's a beautiful woman. She's been in comps for many years, and training people for many years. I think she did figure, and she looked amazing. Oh, she's just so good, so supportive. You know, and obviously the staff at the gym as well. It's just, yeah, I need a few people to help me get to the level I need to, and the standard I need to be at to be on stage. So hopefully I can do them all proud, and, you know, most of all do myself proud, because this is something I guess I'm doing to prove something to myself, I guess, that I can achieve. Physically and mentally, I can achieve something that's pretty cool. And I'm someone who likes to have, or needs to have, a goal, something I'm striving for. Otherwise, I can feel a little bit lost. And I guess this is just such a great way to do it. It forces me to have a healthy lifestyle. It's showing my kids, you know, how to eat well and why to eat well, and that it is important to incorporate working out, doing some form of exercise daily, to minimize the, you know, cheat meal sort of stuff. So takeaways and bad foods. It's really taught them some pretty good lessons. But I think, I don't know if anyone's seen my post, but most of all, it's, I guess, great victory. only comes with great sacrifice. And that is a lesson that I think our kids need to learn in this life. You know, usually things don't come for free. They come with hard work. And that is what I want my boys to know. To learn that nothing is for free. And I want them to work hard to achieve their dreams and put it in every day. Put something in every day into the pot so that down the track they can thank themselves for all of those contributions daily to whatever it is they're trying to achieve. So I hope, you know, some days I feel bad because there's so much time and energy goes into achieving what I'm trying to do right now. And being a single parent, it's, you know, you can feel guilty, and any parent can feel guilty about this. But at the end of the day, I've got to remember that ultimately is one of the best things I can do, is to teach my boys that, you know, if you work hard, you can achieve your dreams. And working hard means putting in the effort. So I guess I'm just rambling now about, I'm being a bit philosophical, I think, today with my live feed. Maybe it's because it's nighttime. Usually it's like a sunny day when I do this. I don't know, guys. So thanks for listening, and thank you so much for being here during this live feed. So I guess I'll leave you with that. I'm on call tonight. So excited about that. So I guess I have to free up my phone and be ready to go in case I need to. But yeah, I guess this next week should be hopefully a good week. I'll be a bit more smooth with my schedule, I'm hoping, after learning from a few little lessons from last week. So I hope you all have a lovely evening, and I hope you don't have to work too early tomorrow morning on this lovely Monday that's about to arrive. And yeah, I hope to see you next week. If you all want to join me for my live feed, then see you.